Good evening, everyone. So, Tash, how many participants we have in the list? Okay. Okay, we will wait for 10 minutes and then we will continue with the session. So, how's the Josh? I can't see any comment right now. So, guys, how's the Josh for Flutter Festival? Okay, Par Singh has said good evening. Good evening, Par. So, we have 30 participant and one active participant. Cool. Oh, I. Hey, Preet. Yeah. Yes, yes. They don't call me sir. I'm, I'm not a sir. I'm just a newbie. Okay, guys. So sorry for the delay. Like the Flutter Festival started at on 14th of Feb, but due to certain, you know, circumstances, we can't keep the event in the between the week, and so we have kept the event on Saturday, keeping in mind that all the people can join from FE to B. So yeah. So guys, I just want to tell you something, right? That you should be active in the comment section. I don't know. I will ask a ton of questions to you guys, and you have to answer so that the session should be engaging. I don't want to lecture you on Flutter because Flutter is right from the starting. Flutter is something that was built to to it was more of a casual thing, so it was built to solve the problems that we were facing as a developer while developing certain application, because there are certain OS and there are various type of OS, to be very precise, and your application should work on all on objects. So that's why. Okay, yeah. Hi, Anshu. Okay, so Anshu, what's the count now? Okay. Thank you, Itansh. So well with us today. Tejas, are you there? Yeah. Question. Let me possible now. So, hi. Okay. So, okay, guys, we had a registration of many more people. So we are waiting for them to join so that they don't miss anything, and then we can start the session. I can say that it is more of a fun session. I will try my best to keep it as casual as possible and try to teach you Flutter from the basics. And don't be afraid, because you may have seen the codes in Flutter and thought that, oh my god, what is this? What is this crap? So don't be afraid of Flutter, because once you learn Dart, it becomes very easy to understand Flutter. And there's a famous code of Flutter which I will be sharing in the slides, and you will just you will get the key to Flutter and remember everything. So don't be afraid of that. Okay, guys, any one of you have ever worked on Flutter? Have any of on one of you have worked on Flutter? Just tell me in the comment box. Or someone said low. Oh, Ishan Gupta, sorry, bro. I spoil your evening. So I guess everyone is new to Flutter. No, so Par says no. Okay, guys. Okay, on Dart, ever heard of Dart programming language? No. Okay. So we can have a common ground, like we all are new to Flutter. We all are new to, and what is this Flutter festival, right? uh, I guess the Josh was very high during cloud campaign. I have seen people, just they broke the servers, and like I want to participate. So I want that kind of enthusiasm in you guys. You guys should just just comment in the session whether you know anything or not. Just be casual, because it's not a college lecture, just you have to like attend and then go at home. Because in Flutter Festival, from the starting we will start from the scratch, and at the end of the session you will learn how to build an application which can communicate in real time. So basically, yeah. So Shanu says he has work on Flutter. Okay, Shanu. So okay, Harshit says, yeah, hello Harshit, he has worked, yeah. So, okay, let me just start by sharing my screen, and I guess it's time to just kick off the session. And so, okay, so we just wait for a second, and then okay, new to programming. Okay, Anshu, I get it. So, even I was new to programming. I'm still a learner. So, is my slide visible? Oh my god. Guys, is my slide visible? Let me just open the YouTube as well, because I can't see I can't see any of the comments right here. Over here. So just let me open that, and then we can start
Hey,
a
hello
session.
Rishabh. Hi.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just calling in.
yes, yeah. You can start the session, Isaj. I was waiting for you, right?
Yes, okay. Just share your screen and I will add it to the stream. Hi guys, if you don't know me, I'm Hitansh. I'm GDSC lead, and I will be today handling the stream. And Rishabh will be teaching you. Have a great session
Yeah.
with him. He has a great sense of humor, and we all enjoy his jokes all day long.
Uh, so,
Yeah.
guys, don't get him wrong. I try my best. Okay. So is my screen
Okay. Yeah.
visible? Just tell me in
Yeah.
the
I will
comment
add
box.
it. Yeah. Yeah. I will add it,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
think it is now visible.
yeah. Guys, is it visible?
Oh yes, it is.
Yeah. It is visible. Even I'm a participant now, so I can comment on my questions. Okay, guys, let's just kick off our session. Okay, so welcome to Flutter Festival. So Flutter. Okay, so, yeah, it's visible now. Okay, shall we start? Just tell me in the comment box. Yeah. Raj Thakur. Parsing is you have high Josh, man. Okay, Dipesh said yes, yeah. So, hello everyone. Myself, Rishabh Pandey. Or if anyone wants to connect with me, they can use my Twitter handler account as well as my Instagram account. You can also connect me on WhatsApp. The number was shared along with the message. Okay, so I have worked on various web projects. I'm currently working on a project which can solve a major crisis in India. So basically, what is Flutter is all about. So we will learn from basic, because I want to teach you what Flutter is, and then I want to teach you the basics of Flutter. How many of you have ever worked in web-based project? Because I can just if you have ever worked in web-based project, or you have ever worked in any programming language, so basically I can relate with that, and we can have a fun session. Because if you learn a programming language as a part of a curriculum, you don't enjoy it at all. Use it as a part of your daily life, and you will know that it's just logical to thinking. Yeah. Have you ever worked on web-based project? My first question. Just say, okay. Many people have said yes. New to projects. Okay, guys. If you have ever worked on web-based project, you can relate Flutter, because Flutter is used to make web-based projects as well as Android and iOS applications. So, what Flutter is? So, as you know, Flutter is a software development toolkit which is used for building apps for Google. But the best part about Flutter is it is used to make cross-platform applications. You don't need to code an application for Android and then code it for Windows and then code it for iOS, because these are different OS and you need to make application for that OS. Some people you have heard, I'm an iOS developer, I'm an Windows developer. So what these people do is they make the product which is compatible with those platforms. But in case of Flutter, it is more like a cross-platform. It is used to make cross-platform application, an application that you write once and can deploy on different type of OS. So you don't need to write your code again and again, because like for working on projects, we first lay out the project, we try to create our logical idea, we try to implement that thinking in the in the form of flow charts, and then you have to write the code with efforts, and you have to deal with various types of errors. But in Flutter, if you write once and you can deploy in all the different type of OS, there is large large variety of audience that you can attract to your application, right? Okay, I do web development. Okay, so yeah, it just like a React Native, because React Native is used for web based project. It's not like you can, I guess, use for, it is used for progressive web applications, PWAs. Okay, so because you can write the code once and then you can deploy, because but that application is not as effective as the application which are developed in Flutter. The best part is Flutter is it is also in philosophy and in community. The Flutter community is worldwide. It has 88 followers uh, on yeah, Twitter, and as well as it has got a number of contributors from around the world. So it is an open source platform, so you can if you don't like something, you can make the changes in the code and make it as a part of your custom built code. So the best part about Flutter is everything is a widget. We will learn what widget is. We will not go into depth right now. Maybe in the next session, where we will learn what widget exactly is, what are the elements, what are render objects, and we will then try to implement it in our code and see how we can change that. Because once you get your hands dirty, yeah, it's just like React Native. Yeah, sure. So everything is a widget. So this is the mantra that you need to remember in Flutter. Every little component is a widget. An application is a widget. The container which contain the text is a widget. The buttons are widget. The navigation bar is a widget which you need to build on your own. As I said in the previous slide, it is a philosophy. You just have to think how your application looks like. And the major issue was previously that you can make cross platform applications, but that applications were not much uh, cool. They used to look like an official applications which had some boring square sized and a navigation bar, a list of options. Nobody likes it, like. So in Flutter you can design your UI which can attract audience. Client side programming has gained a lot, a boost in the recent years. So the more, the better UI you have in your application, the better customer will come, a lot of people might use your application based on the UI that they experience. सो यही बातें तो बाद में याद आएंगी दोस्तों. Please remember this line that in Flutter everything is a widget. You have to make a parent class, you have to make a child, and then you have to define it. So basically everything comes around to this line that it is widget. Okay, am I clear till now? Oh my god. Sorry. Okay, uh, am I clear till now? Yes, no. Okay, guys, thank you. We will move to the next slide. So why to use Flutter? Like, a question arises: if I can develop an application using Java, using Android Studio, using Firebase, why should I move on to Flutter? Right? Okay. So basically, Flutter has these 5 features, which I don't guess any of the other, platforms provide, right? Because the first and foremost thing that is done is it provides you a multi-platform, application development. So basically, you have to write your code once. You will save your lot of energy, and time. Okay, and a lot of resources. Yeah, electricity bill as well. So you don't need to code your application again and again, because it kinds of becomes boring once. I would like to ask, how many of you have done the Fibonacci series? The first time you have written the code, you were like, oh wow. And then if the same question asked in exam, if the same question was asking ISA, so you were like kind of, yeah, I know this, huh? Because it becomes boring. You want, we humans, as a human, we want something challenging, that challenges. So in a multi-platform application, what Flutter does is you have to write your code once, and then using that code base, you can deploy your application to all the other platforms. And one of the most amazing features it does is hot reload and hot restart. So guys, what hot reload does is, in web development, if you wrote a code, started the server, and then you have started, after starting the server, you have just went to on your local host and seen, yeah, this is my project. Yeah, how does it look like? You have seen some bug or some error, and you went again, you coded, and then after coding, you have seen that you have to restart the server again, and then you have to save the code, and then saving the code, you have to restart the server, and then again go to localhost, and then see the changes. It kinds of becomes hectic, because every time you want a change, you have to restart the server. Okay, so hot reload provides you the options to just make changes in your code, save, hot reload, or you can just type control s, that doesn't bother. So hot reload, and after hot reload, you can just save your code, and it will make the changes, it will deploy the changes. You don't need to start and stop the run command again and again. So it kinds of becomes easy. You can see the changes live after the code runs successfully. So basically, it cannot saves your time. So, have you done that uh, this web development projects? This kind of the starting the server and stopping the server again and again. Guys, come on. It becomes it. Yeah, yeah, Dheeraj, I know that. Okay, guys, I'm waiting for the response. Okay, so and another thing that Flutter is, it is open source, as I have said previously, that it is open source. And okay. So, okay. Thank you, Shanu. Thank you. And it is open source. You can make changes to your code. You can fork the repo from the GitHub, and you can see the code, because it is open source, and you can contribute to the Flutter code base. So basically, a repository. So basically, it kinds of an amazing thing, because if you can contribute to something, you have an interest, and that becomes a part of you. Just you are contributing. If I got a chance to contribute in someone else repository, I am kind of helping them to make their code better. So Flutter is open source. If as a developer you ever feel that this is the feature that I don't like in Flutter and I want to change, or if this is a feature that needs to be more efficient, you can make changes to it. Okay, and Flutter runs on Dart programming language. Why Dart? We will look in the further slide, because hey, I want to ask a question at this point. I have a very interesting question. Guys, all of you, I guess, are from science background, so I just kind of wanted, because I love physics in my high school. So, uh, what Newton did when he thought that the mathematics in the 16th century was not that advanced to fix his theory. The mathematics was not fitting into his theory of gravitation. So, what Newton did? Okay, that I want the response in the chat box, what Newton did, so we can have an interactive session, right? Okay, what Newton did, guys? फटाफट बोलो यार. Okay, so I got no response. So uh, guys, what Newton did was, Newton kind of invented calculus. He invented calculus. What is Flutter exactly? Oh my god, Nishant, I have discussed it in the previous slide. It is an cross-platform application development. Yeah, no, he didn't invented gravity. He discovered gravity, Prashant. So basically, what Newton did, he invented calculus, and then he was kind of he invented calculus, and then after inventing calculus, he used that calculus to prove his theories. So basically, what Google did when they thought that all the programming languages were not compatible for cross-platform application, Google developed Dart, and then after developing Dart, Google used Dart to develop a Flutter framework which can be used for application development. And the last point is everything is a widget. As I said previously, that this is the mantra that you need to remember. So, guys, am I clear till this point why to use Flutter, or you need any other points, any other reasons to see why we use Flutter? Okay. Okay, guys, I'm waiting for a response, and then I get so that I can move further. I said the chat box should be on fire, right? Uh, you have to comment. Clear. Okay, Umang. Thank you, man. Thank you, Kaushal. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Nandini. Thank you. Oh my God, Stickman. And Steve, thank you. Okay, guys. Okay, we can move to the further slides. Yeah. Okay, what is Dart? Dart is a programming language, just like C++, Java, Python, and JavaScript. Imagine all this language and you have Dart. It is a mixture of all this language. Okay. Thank you, Shanu. Thank you, Kunal. Okay, guys. If this concept is clear to you guys, I can move further. Okay. Oh my God. The next slide, which we have been waiting for. My slide is visible, kind of. I guess. Okay, now it is visible. So Flutter, if someone asks you what are the different types of, I have went for an interview. I can share an experience that the person asked, "Have you ever worked on Django?" I said yes, and he said, "Okay, so what kind of companies use Django, or which companies use Django?" And you have to know this answer because they ask they want to see that if you are connected to the tech world or not. If you know this concept, if you are working on a framework, there has to be a reason that you are working. So basically that's what I wanted to convey. Apps developed using Flutter. There are nearly half a million app, which is around 5 lakhs app, which have been developed using Flutter, which is not a small number. There have been some prominent app like Tencent, Alibaba, Google Ads, Dream 11, Google Assistant. These all are the different types of app which have been developed using Flutter, and they run wonderfully on our device. You will never feel the difference between the, just you will never feel the difference if you install Dream 11 in your phone or you install in iOS. You will not feel the difference because it comes from a single code base. Previously we used to have this problem. I remember in my childhood that the Android application was different from iOS application that my friends used to install in their phone. So it was kind of different in touch and feel. So but if you develop an application using Flutter, that won't be a problem. Oh no, guys, NASA was not there. NASA didn't develop an app using Flutter. I don't know. I really don't know this answer. Okay, can we move further? Okay, Dart not clear. Don't worry, Ujjwal. We will cover that in the next slides because we are going to, dedicate around 1 hour to Dart. So yeah, thank you, Kushi. Thank you, Darshan, Umang. Thank you. What about the user interface design in different platform? Because I said Flutter is, Flutter is UI. Flutter used as a client-side programming language as well as server side. So the widget part, which is a part of an UI. If you learn UI, you will see that there is an UI tree which needs to be rendered again and again after making the changes. So basically, what Flutter does, it doesn't break the UI tree. It keeps widget as a part of the UI tree, and if you make changes, we will see that. We will see that. I won't give because it will take a lot of time, and we will see that in your upcoming sessions. Okay, is that clear, Shanu? If you Google, if you research, you will see that Flutter is used as a part of UI. So you don't need to, it handles both sides. So basically, now we will see Flutter architecture. So what's under the hood, we will see here. Okay. Okay, guys. Yes, yes. Thank you, Shanu. So the Flutter framework layer is written in dark and contains high level language. So basically, the first part of your architecture is framework. So what framework does? If I ask you guys in which language Django is written, what would be your answer? If you have heard about Django, what would be your answer? Tell me fast, 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 guys. Fast, guys, because the length of the session depends upon your response. The late your response will be, the more time we will take. Python, yeah, yeah, absolutely, Steve. Python, Shanu, Python, yeah, you guys are awesome. Yeah, you are commenting from the first part, Python, yeah, yeah. So like that, Flutter is a framework. Flutter is written in Dart programming language. Okay, so basically, what the framework does, it handles everything because there is a difference between web framework and the libraries. Okay, Python, yeah. Thank you, guys. So basically, the first part of your architecture is framework. So after you have your framework, what you want to do? If you're developing an application, what kind of access does the application wants? If you download Instagram, it wants some access, right? It needs an access of your files. It needs an access of your camera, geolocation. So what kind of access does this application want? So can you just tell me in the comments if you have given any application the access to use your data? Just tell me in the comment section. Just comment it out. Okay, access, yeah, yeah, access. You okay, what kind of access does YouTube want? So basically, these things, the access which you give is, they are known as high level features, and this comes under the plugins. Okay, so plugins use JSON serialization. They want to know your geolocation access. That things are programmed. None of the application can ask by default your just if you are developing an application, it won't ask you for your camera access, for geolocation access. These things are coded by the programmer so that the application becomes feasible for further use. Okay, so in-app payments, see, these things you can use, and this becomes the second part of our, yeah, context as well. Okay, Dipesh, my question was, what kind of access does an application want for using? Because different application want different kind of access. So I gave the example of Instagram and WhatsApp. So okay, so these things comes under plugins. So in Flutter architecture, the second thing that we can use in our application are plugins, and then you can ask the users access about camera, geolocation, and other things. Now comes the heart of the framework, that is engine, because a car can't run without engine. That is universal truth, right? So just like that, the Flutter without engine won't run. So library, this includes C++ library which support rasterization, data runtime, and it also contains the plugin architecture, that is a higher level. Okay, and we have at the end of the architecture we have platform specific, which turns your code into application, or if you are making it as a package, it will turn it into a library. So am I clear till now? Have you guys understood what Flutter architecture really is? Okay, guys, I'm waiting for the response. If you have I think it takes. Okay, okay, thank you, Nandini, thank you, mom, thank you, Kaushal, thank you, Kushi. Okay, okay, guys are great. Okay, guys. Okay, okay, we can move further. We have got. Thank you, Raj. Thank you, Darshan. Okay, okay. Now we can move over. So basically, I'm using a lot of memes in my application. So I have already discussed what cross-platform is, right? In computing, cross-platform service, also known as multi-platform software or platforms independent software, is computer software that is designed to work in several computing platforms, which is basically it runs on different platforms, different OS platforms, right? Because as I discussed earlier, there can be an iOS developer, there are web developers, there are Linux developers, there are Mac OS, there are Android, there are Windows. Why to complex the things? Because if I want to share a file with my friends or any other people, why I have to just as an user, I don't know the what's under the hood or what complexity is had. The only thing which I want is to transfer a file. Why to complex that thing? So basically you have Flutter. As a Flutter developer, you can think the you know the amount of users you will have after you become a Flutter developer. Your apps will not only run on iOS, it will also run on Android, Windows, web, Linux, on all kind of software, right? Okay, guys. Okay. Next, I would like to conclude the Flutter part as the part of introduction, and with quoting one of my friends and mine's favorite quote. Don't worry about it if you don't understand. Okay. Okay, guys. How many of you like Android NG? Tell fast, guys. How many of you like or have ever attended a lecture, online lecture of Android NG? He had come to give lecture, a virtual lecture in IIT Bombay's festival. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, Dipesh, bro, you have to, just explore. You are new to this, I guess. Okay. Who is he? Oh my god. Never say that to a guy who is in computer science. you know, uh, I guess Dipesh, you are new to this also. So basically, if you want to learn,
Hi, I'm again barging in here. So, okay, I have shared the
yeah,
poll with
yeah, yeah.
the participants, and I can see like all of them are just enjoying your session.
Oh my god, thank you,
Nice.
thank you. I'm humbled, guys. I'm humbled. This is my first session. Okay,
Uh,
Steve says don't know about him. He's excellent. Yeah, sure. There are
ये
teachers
FE
that
के
change your.
आई थिंक FE के और जो अपने साथ नए ज्वाइनीज हैं ना उनको नहीं
हाँ.
पता रहेगा. ये
Oh,
आप
oh
ऐसा
my
समझ
God.
लो ML. हाँ, ML
हाँ,
पढ़ना है ना तो ये सर
हाँ.
आपके लिए गॉड है.
Like
इनसे अच्छे लेक्चर कहीं नहीं
आपको
मिलेंगे.
हाँ, आपको आपके स्कूल डेज में आपका एक बेस्ट फ्रेंड आता था, एग्जाम के एक दिन पहले सब पढ़ा के घर भेज देता था, वो बोलता था चिंता मत कर मैं हूँ. ही अगर आपको मशीन लर्निंग पढ़ना है, डीप लर्निंग पढ़ना है, ही इज द सर, he is the god if you want to learn machine learning. Even there's no debate about it. He's the best. Okay, guys, there are three. Oh my god, 3% didn't enjoy the show. What went wrong, guys? Tanu, just write in the chat box. He's Andrew Ng, Dipesh. He's Andrew Ng. And if you want to just stick this in your room, you can stick during lectures, online lectures. Don't worry about it if you don't understand, because just go with the flow. Just Zen philosophy, go with the flow and you enjoy. That's great. Okay. Okay, guys. So if you want a little break, you can just ping me and in the comment. Uh, oh, thanks, Dipesh. And you can just ping in the comment section that we need a break of 5 to 6 minutes, whatever, and then we can continue after 5 to 6 minutes, because the sessions will go. The next part which we are going to conduct is about Dart, and if you have any doubt, let's move to Dart. Yeah. So we have 42 votes out of 57 participants, and 2% did enjoy. So guys, if you want to add anything that I should do to make you feel comfortable, you can just you can just write in the comment section. And guys, I have read somewhere that you don't need to be excellent in any part of the application development, or any kind of platform which you are working, you just need to be comfortable, and that's what my motto is to make you comfortable with Flutter. And I don't want you to make you the excellent or the best programmer in Flutter, because you will become that if you give a lot of time and energy to it, and you will explore this part of the technology. But once you become comfortable using Flutter, you can just work, because there are a lot of things that you need to study before jumping on this. Okay, guys, can we move further, so that, or I can wait, like I can wait for 2 minutes, and then we can start. Okay, I didn't got any response yet. Okay, okay, okay. Umang, thank you, Dipesh. Okay, so we can have a 2 minute break, I guess, and then we can just continue. Okay, Kushi, thank you, Stickman, thank you, Steven. Okay, okay, guys, and okay, guys. Okay, so not 7:40, so we can start the session again. Okay. Oh my God. uh, वाईफाई बंद किया. वाईफाई डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया मेरा. वाईफाई अंदर है वो. Okay, guys, are we back? Just put in the chat box that we are back. I can see like the number of participants have gone down. So, just put in the chat box that we are back, and then we can move to Dart, and we can just start with getting our hands dirty on Dart programming language. So we don't need to waste any more time. Yeah, yeah, Kushi, thank you, Mang. You are back. Thanks, Prashant, for coming back. Sayam, Siddhan, thanks, guys. Thanks. Yes, are you from FE or SE? Maybe you are from T. I don't know. Steve, thanks, Shanu, thanks, Raj. Okay, guys. So we have a lot of surprise planned further. So please, if you, okay, thanks, Shivam. Okay, Shivam, back. You're right. Thank you, Shivam. Thanks, Nandini. Okay, a lot of the crowd are from FE and SE. So yeah, SE. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for clearing it out so that we can focus on, just because, yeah, thank you, GDSC. To be more precise, Hitansh, thank you for putting up this poll, because the further part will be continued based on the, type of crowd. Because if you are from T or B, because I don't need to explain everything from the scratch, I will just code it out, and and the rest of the people will feel like, oh my god, what does what went, just so just just attend the poll. Oh my god, there are, okay, a lot of people are from FE. So okay, I will just focus on the basic part. If you guys want, you can just revise this for your placement. So this is for the T guys. Okay, 38% crowd is from SE. So I'll just take the basics ones, the syntax and semantics of any programming language, so that you become comfortable using that programming language, and then further we can just code our way out. Just we will enjoy Flutter. Okay, guys, 36% people have voted. Okay, guys, I see the number of participants is increasing. Just ask your friend to join as well. Because learning anything won't be a waste. So, okay, guys. So the poll has ended with 39% vote, or 39 people have voted. Okay, we have a lot of participants from FE. I didn't expected the people from FE to join. Thank you, FE. Yeah, you guys are best. FE and AC are best. On a weekend, you can, if you can join any session on weekend, you can do anything in life. Remember that. I used to join on weekends. Okay, guys. Jokes apart. So I'm moving further. If you are ready to get on board, so let's have our journey into the wonderland of Flutter. Yes. So before learning Flutter, before installing Flutter and then damaging our device with Android Studio, we will learn about Dart. What Dart is. You know, Dart is a programming language designed for client development, such as web and mobile application. Dart is used to make these two things, webs and mobiles application. Till now we are clear what Dart is. It is a programming language, as simple as that, just like C, C++, Java, Python. Dart is a programming language. Just as we used to sing in our 11th and 12th, C is a programming language, right? So are we clear till here? The reason for developing Dart I have discussed earlier, so I don't need that. I don't think I should repeat it once again. If you guys want, I can repeat. Okay? Yeah, yeah, clear. Thanks, Umang. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, you guys will be having, just enjoy the show, man. Okay, Steve. Thank you, guys. Okay. Now introduction. Dart is an object-oriented, class-based, garbage-collected language with C-style syntax. How many of you guys have worked on C programming language, which used to be teach? I guess it was my first semester. So you guys might be having it in your second or first or second semester. Have you ever worked on C programming language? Just just write in the comment, just because I can get an idea. If you're from yeah, everyone might have worked on C. Guys, come on, fatafat, we need to hurry up, we have to complete the session. Okay, Umang, you, oh my god, you haven't worked on C. Usually, yes. Okay. Okay, Umang, I will try. I will try. Please, it's my humble request, Umang, you take a pen and pencil and then see. Those who have not, coded in C as well, take a pen and, take a pen or a pencil. I don't know what you prefer. Take a pen or a pencil and a paper and just sit down. Sit down with your in front of your screens for an hour and just write it down everything which I will be sharing, showing you. And I will also be sharing the PPTs and sessions so that you can refer it. I will sharing the best YouTube videos which you can refer and the resources from where you can learn. Okay, how is the difficult level for as compared? Oh my, Siddhant. Okay, Siddhant, it is not difficult. If you have ever worked on C or Python, you can relate it. It's not difficult at all. Okay, none of the programming language are difficult except assembly language. I don't know whether it is a programming language or not. Okay, it is a programming language. Ready to learn? Yeah. How's the Josh again, guys? Come on, फटाफट बोलो अभी. Yes, Python is easy. Yeah. So does data. So guys, फटाफट बोलो जोश कैसा है? हाय है तो हम आगे बढ़ जाएंगे फटाक से. Yes, hi. Yes, yes, Umang, thank you. Very high. Yes, Dipesh, thanks. Thanks, Drew. Okay, okay, guys. Let's move on to our next slide. Why Dart? As we have discussed the feature of Flutter in our starting slides, what were the main 5 features of Flutter? Just write in the comment, फटाफट फटाफट guys. एक एक करके भी लिखोगे तो भी चलेगा, फटाफट लिखो. So that we can discuss the features of Dart. Come on, guys, फटाफट. Okay, सिर्फ जोश हाय मत रखो यार, याद भी रखो. Come on, guys, फटाफट फटाफट chat में दिखना चाहिए. What were the main 5 features? Open source, yes, Kaushal, thank you. Cross platform, yes. Hot reload, you guys have attended it. Don't just sit and watch. It's not a yeah, if you guys remember movies. I was about to, it's not some movie that you need you just see and forget. Oops, yeah. Yeah, it's an object part, it's an object oriented programming, but I have not this browser support. Yeah, Nandini, that's something new. Yeah, it supports browser as well as you can just run it on system as well. Widgets, everything is widgets. Yeah, Raj, thanks. Hot reload, yeah, you guys will enjoy hot reload. If you have ever worked on web project and you have stuck with the starting and stopping the server again and again half of the time, you guys will appreciate Google for providing you this feature. Everything is a widget. That's the mantra you need to remember. Yeah, work similar in different ways. Yes, yes, guys. Thank you, guys. So Dart is an programming language I have discussed. We have seen that Dart as well as Flutter both are open source. So Dart is an open source, right? You can make changes to Dart code if you need or if you feel that this is a feature which is not present in Dart. If you want to add, you can just just tell in the issues and then you can just add your feature as well in the code. It is platform independent. So basically what it does is you can it will run on any platform. This Dart programming language will run on the application will run on any platform. Okay, it is object oriented. How many of you guys has ever learned object oriented programming or have known about classes and objects? Because if you don't, I'm going to teach you in a way that you will remember for your lifetime. Just I can guarantee that, but yeah, if you focus you will get your basics clear. So basically, yeah. Okay. Dipesh says he has worked on classes and objects. Yeah, Parth also. Okay, Parth. Thank you, guys. So I don't need to, just start on like uh, very basics. Yeah, Nandini. Thank you, Nandini. And okay. So it is an object-oriented programming language. It follows the object-oriented paradigm, and it provides concurrency. Which other programming language provides concurrency? Right? Just write in the comment. If you know, write the name of the programming language. If you don't know, just write no, we don't know. So that will be cool. So I can just go through with it, just in 5 minutes a little. So what is concurrency? Just write in the chat box or comment. Come on, guys, fatafat, fatafat. You remember the rule. The faster you will respond, the less time we will take. Okay, Dipesh, thank you, Dipesh. Okay, okay. So, okay, thank you, Siddhant. So basically, JavaScript, if you have ever worked in JavaScript, it provides a function of async await. So basically, not all the requests goes to the server. Some of them waits, and then till it handles one request, other request wait. So basically, Dart provides this feature as well. So concurrency provides in concurrency we have feature known as async await, which handles the request. You know so the Dart has extensive libraries which you can use. Which other programming language has extensive libraries? Come on, every programming language has libraries, but there is a programming language known, as you guys may know, Python. Python. If you want to do anything in Python, you can write it down to you don't you if you are a professional in Python, you can write it down in 1 or 2 lines. So basically, what Python does, it has extensive libraries. So basically, okay, Python, yeah, Python provide extensive libraries and as well as Dart. It provides you extensive libraries. You don't need to write anything because if you have worked in C or Java, you have to write for reversing a number. Also, you have to write the code, right? You need to know the logic. You have to write everything. There's no way or the other. So basically, Dart, you know yeah, so Dart have extensive libraries for that, so you don't need to just import the library if you want to work on a certain kind of projects. So it is easy to learn. As I said earlier, it is a mixture of other programming languages, you can say, if you know the syntax well. It is flexible compilation. It works on both. That is, you can run it on your machine, you can run it on your system, as well as you can run it on your browser. Which other programming language can you run on the browser? Fatafat bolo, guys. Now you guys are becoming smart, right? You are just interacting. फटाफट बोलो, कौन सा प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज है जो हम लोग ब्राउजर पे रन कर सकते हैं? I'm not talking about the project, I'm talking about the language. So there's a difference. Guys, नहीं आता तो ना बोल दो या. Anshu, thank you, as a beginner you know this. Thank you, Anshu. Yeah, Chaitra. HTML is not a programming language, sorry. That's a meme. HTML is not a programming language, no, guys. Many of you think that HTML is a programming language. I beg to differ. So basically, yeah, CSS, HTML, yeah, Dart. It is written. So basically, you can run Dart in the browser, as well as the other programming language is JavaScript. Okay, it is type safe, objects, as I discussed, and browser support. It runs on browser, and there's the best part about is community. You can interact. Guys, if you ever use Discord, you can connect the Discord. You can go to the Discord of Python. You can go to the Discord server of Python or JavaScript, and you can interact with the community, the developers which use these languages, and they will teach you a lot of things that the college won't teach you, right? So basically, Dart community is also a very big community. As I said, 88 or 104.k followers on Twitter. So basically, the community will help you grow as an individual. They help you a lot to grow as an individual. Okay, so guys, if you are clear with Dart, so should we get our hands dirty with it, right? Okay, welcome to the Dart side. Guys, come to the Dart side. Yeah, should we or should we not? Yes, Tipesh said yes. Par says yes. Okay, okay, guys, we will go to the Dart side. Okay, 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 Nandini, thank you. I would like everyone to just go to this link, dartpad.dev. Yeah, thank you, GDSC. Thank you, Steve. If you have guys have went to this dartpad.dev, you can just write in the chat box. Yeah, we went, and I want the response of all the 46 participants so that I can also move on this dart, dartpad, and we can start to the exploring the this island of Flutter and Dart. Yes, yes, Steve. Yes, Darshan. Yeah. Yeah, guys, if you're enjoying the show, please come to Dartpad. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. I'm waiting for your response. I'm not going to move if all the 45 participants have visited the. And don't come back after visiting. Huh? We need to put in that, right? Okay, reach the dark side. Yeah, yeah, bro. Steve. Cha. How many of you have seen Star Trek or a fan of Star Trek? Right? Yeah. Thanks, Hitansh. You are handling it very well, man. Really, really, it's appreciable. Yes, we have 16 votes. गाइस मैं अभी भी बोल रहा हूँ लगा के मत छोड़ो लेक्चर को प्लीज बिकॉज फर्दर तुमको इशू होगा अगर तुमको डार्ट नहीं समझेगा तो तुमको फ्लटर नहीं समझेगा फिर तुमको फ्रेमवर्क नहीं समझेगा और उसके बाद फिर तुमको कुछ नहीं समझेगा तो प्लीज डोंट जस्ट ब्रेक द चेन इन बिटवीन एंड कम टू लर्न डार्ट okay we have 100% people yeah okay we are half away around guys फटाफट फटाफट पुल को तुम लोग भर दो जिससे हम लोग आगे बढ़ सके नहीं तो फिर यू नो प्रॉब्लम होता है बाद में तो प्लीज अवॉइड दैट लेट्स गो यस मैम अपना जोश हाई रखो मजा आएगा ठीक है मैंने ब्रेक भी दिया था बोलना मत कि ब्रेक नहीं मिला और गाइस अगर ऑफलाइन होता तो मैं शायद तुमको कुछ ऑफर भी कर देता चलो गाइस ओके okay guys let's go we have 29 people have voted from 47 guys this 1 hour remaining please start yeah sure we will complete in half an hour don't worry Shah Kumar yeah Dipesh that's Hitansh not Hitanshu so and myself Rishabh as I introduced you earlier please don't forget don't forget that yeah so we have 29 people voted for yes 100% so rest I don't know why you guys haven't done the poll but I hope that you have joined the dart pad so I'm moving forward okay okay guys here is the screen can you guys see the screen just put it in the chat box you can if you can see if you can see the screen just put it in the chat box yeah it is visible so that I can start writing with the code I want to just having a blank screen and yes okay guys okay okay guys thanks yes we can see yeah thanks so guys we need to just फटाफट करेंगे हम कुछ रहेगा कमेंट करो फटाफट जो नहीं समझा सो अभी तक हम लोग ने बहुत स्लोली स्लोली सब बेसिक को साथ में लेके चले हम सबको कॉन्सेप्ट को पानी पानी किया अब हम लोग फटाफट वी there's a Japanese proverb or I guess it's Japanese proverb that if a hunter gets to kill in the jungle he will use 95% of his time in sharpening the axe yeah it, it's not kill I guess it's about more about cutting a tree so basically you need to sharp your axe before cutting a tree so spend more time in something fruitful so that the later work becomes easy right so with that thought in our mind we will start learning Dart. And after we have learned Dart, as many of you are from FE and SE, I will just start from the basics so you don't get confused. I will relate it as I will try my best to relate it with other programming languages. So if you have worked in C, you know Dart is a C style programming language. It is a C style as well as object oriented programming language. So you don't need to worry about that guys so what we need to do in C, right? We write if I'm going to start the program, there's always a main method, right? A main function. So in that as well, we will write void main. It is the main method which says to the compiler that this is the starting point of my program. Okay, this tells that this is the place where you need to start the program, right? So if you write 1,000 line code or 500 line code, it will search for the main and start compiling the program from main, right? So you don't need to worry where my program will start, right? And then I had a dream in my first year, I won't lie, that in C you can't write print. You have to write printf function, then curly braces percent %d, and then address of d or address of a, the address of the variable. But in Dart you can just write print, and as a ritual, we have a ritual in our villages, and we have a ritual in our country as well. So there are, as a ritual of programming, we will start it by writing hello. Guys, you can just put in the chat box what I'm gonna write, so you can just put it in the chat box. There's a network lag from my side, so I'm just waiting. You just put in the chat box, hello world. Every programming languages start with this. If you know this program, you can code almost anything. Hello world, hello, yes. you know if I press run, yeah, hello world. Yes, guys. So basically, this is the starting point of any programming language. Hello world. So what Dartpad does, Dartpad provides you a lot of option. You don't, if you want to code offline, you can just install SDK and it will install it on your local system. But I would prefer, online. It is much better. Okay, is this program clear to you all? Thank you, Dipesh. Thank you. Hello, Dipesh. Okay, guys, is this program clear to you all? What does void main does? Put it in the chat box. Come on, guys, फटाफट बोलो. Void main क्या करता है? Okay, okay. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you. ओके गाइस, फटाफट करते हैं। अभी अभी हम लोग ने बना लिया है हमारा पहला प्रोग्राम, जिसको हमने बोला प्रिंट और हेलो वर्ल्ड एज अ रिचुअल ऑफ प्रोग्रामिंग। एंड नेक्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू जस्ट learn the type of identifiers. What are identifiers? Identifiers are the name that you give to the variable, and just identifiers are the names. If I would have to say, just the data types plus data variable name becomes the identifier. Identifier, okay. ओके, क्लियर है तो हम आगे बढ़ते हैं। नाउ एक चीज याद रखो, आइडेंटिफायर का नाम कभी भी कैपिटल लेटर से आई गेस शुरू मत करना। Okay, it should be small letter, single underscore. I would just suggest the basic, just start the name of the identifier, start with the small case letter and a single underscore if you want, but never start it with double underscore, or but in case of Dart you can start with it dollar sign as well. So guys, and have you guys learned about data types in double, in C? Just say yes or no, so that I can I can open my notes and just share the screen as well. Okay, okay, you have learned. Yeah, yeah, sure. So basically, int, Flutter supports int, boolean, string, list, map. These are the data types. So basically, if you have ever learned Python or worked on Python, you know list, right? A list is an array, but the difference between a list and an array is that list can store different types of values, but array can store only one type of value, right? uh, okay. And int data type, without decimal, and double, it is a 64 bit decimal value, uh, that is a float basically. And okay, so okay guys, so here we are gonna print price. So suppose I'm writing int price of an item, suppose is 10 rupees. So what I have initialized, this is a syntax. And if you are writing the command, the code in dartpad, you will notice something in the right, right bottom corner, info. The value of the local variable price isn't used. This is the best thing which I came across with this. It it shows you where exactly the error is. It shows you how you can debug it. So basically, it also suggests you, right, because it is suggesting me try removing the variable or using it. So I'm gonna use it to print. Okay, so basically print price, and I'm gonna pass this as a price. Or you can, have you ever if you have worked in Python as well as in JavaScript, there's something called as dollar annotation and dot format, if you have learned. So basically what that does is, uh, you can just print, and the price of the material is, I'm going to use dollar annotation, or you can use plus sign as well, that is string combination. So basically I'm using dollar sign, curly braces. In curly braces you can write price. So basically it will print the price as the price of the material is, the price that I have sent is 10. So if you have gone through the basics of programming, this is nothing, right? Because you can see the price of the material is 10, right? Is this program clear? Because we can then move to the type of operators, conditional, and then control loops, and then functions, and then at last, uh, at last we can move to the classes and objects, right? This program is clear. Okay guys, okay guys, thank you. So we can move further. Just int. Okay, so if the price of my, suppose I'm keeping the program same, if the price of my variable is suppose 10.0, let us see. Okay, it's 10.0 or it's 10.51, like $10.51 if we talk about in dollars. So basically you can see here, right, and red line underneath, and there's a value of double can't be assigned to a type of int, right? It is showing you exactly that this value is double, and you cannot assign it to an int. So what we are gonna do, we are gonna define is as double. Okay, and once we define it, the red line goes, and then we can again print, and it will show me the price at 10.51, right? ओके ओके गाइस, क्लियर ना? तो नेक्स्ट हम लोग जाएंगे अब अगला डेटा टाइप। मैंने क्या बताया था? स्ट्रिंग। तो अगर आपको स्ट्रिंग पे काम करना है, डबल को हटा दो, स्ट्रिंग डेटा टाइप डाल दो, अब फिर एरर देगा। क्यों? क्योंकि मेरा जो वैल्यू है वो स्ट्रिंग नहीं है, वो इंटीजर है। और स्ट्रिंग कैसे लिखते हैं, फटाफट बोलो, हम लोग स्ट्रिंग किसके अंदर लिखते हैं? चैट बॉक्स में लिखो, तब हम लोग आगे बढ़ जाएंगे फटाक से। आई विल टेक लेक्चर स्टिल 8:30, डोंट वरी। तो मैं फटाफट खत्म करूंगा, ठीक है? चैट बॉक्स में डालो स्ट्रिंग किसके अंदर रहता है। गाइस आई एम नॉट गेटिंग यू। ओके, इतना भी एडवांस में नहीं जाना था। स्ट्रिंग हम लोग लिखते हैं दो करली ब्रेसेस, ये कोटेशंस के अंदर लिखते, सॉरी। ओके, सिंगल कोटेशन और डबल कोटेशन। ओके, या उज्जवल, थैंक यू उज्जवल। ओके, सो द प्राइस इज सपोज 100। सो अगर ये प्राइस जो है ये हमारा अब स्ट्रिंग हो गया, तो हमको इसकी भी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, इसकी जरूरत पड़ेगी एक्सेस करने के लिए। ओके, सो ये स्ट्रिंग है हमारा, ठीक है? ओके, स्ट्रिंग बेसिकली हम लोग नाम लिखने के लिए कैरेक्टर, स्ट्रिंग इज एरे ऑफ कैरेक्टर। सो बेसिकली अगर किसी का नाम है, सपोज जैसे मैं लिखता हूँ नेम, आज के किस पार्टिसिपेंट ने सबसे ज्यादा रेस्पॉन्स दिया है, तो ओके गाइस, किसने सबसे ज्यादा रेस्पॉन्स दिया, फटाफट बोलो। वो भी आप ही बोलोगे। ओके, मैं शानू का नाम डाल देता हूँ, ठीक है, चलेगा। तो अगर मैं यहाँ पे देखो, अभी मैंने प्राइस वेरिएबल यूज नहीं किया, डिफाइन किया नेम को, प्राइस यहाँ पे पास किया, तो ये एरर देगा, राइट? क्योंकि प्राइस अनडिफाइंड हो गया, ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे मैं नेम पास करूंगा, क्योंकि नेम को मैंने डिफाइन किया। बाय द वे, दिस इज द डेफिनेशन, राइट? यू नीड टू डिफाइन इट बिफोर यूजिंग इट, एज आई हैव I think I have not discussed it, but it is not a dynamically typed programming language. In like dynamically typed in case of Python, Python is a dynamically typed programming language. It assumes the value. If you directly pass the name is equal to Shanu, it assume it assumes the data type to be string and then it uses at string. But Dart is not a dynamically typed programming language. So you need to define the data type. So guys, am I clear with data types? String, double, int. Okay, am I clear with data? Okay, Parth, I can pass on your name as well. Okay, am I clear? Clear, so that we can move to conditional statements. Okay, I don't need to make changes here. Okay, yes. Okay, thank you, Prashant. If we are clear till here, till starting from print hello world to data types to we are moving further to, you can also next we will go to three main data types, that is variable, constant and final. Okay, okay guys, so variable, suppose variable means something that can change its value, right? So if I define variable name is equal to a variable cost, suppose, okay, variable cost is equal to 300. If I want to override the cost, like if I want to just change the cost, so the cost, new cost is suppose very I don't need to define it again, right? I just need to say that variable cost is equal to 400. Now due to inflation 100 rupees. Okay, so and I want to print, okay, I want to print cost, right? What should be the value? Put in the chat box. Is it will print 300 or will it print 400? Just put it in the chat box. Guys, I'm waiting for your response so that I can move further. फटाफट करो. 400. Thank you दीपेश. आपने रन करके देखा. Thank you उमंग. 400. या गाइस, आप लोग ने अगर रन किया होगा तो ये कॉस्ट 400 प्रिंट करेगा, राइट? क्यों 400 प्रिंट करेगा? क्योंकि वेरिएबल में आप चेंजेस कर सकते हो, आप उसको ओवरराइट कर दोगे. क्या कर दोगे? ओवरराइट. क्यों? वेरिएबल आपको अलाउ करता है कि आपका जो वेरिएबल है उसको वैल्यू को आप ओवरराइट कर सकते हो अगर आपने वेरिएबल डेटा टाइप यूज किया है तो. ओके, और है कांस्टेंट. अब क्या वैल्यू प्रिंट करेगा अगर मैंने कांस्टेंट का यूज किया, राइट? कांस्टेंट वेरिएबल कैन नॉट बी असाइंड. या यू कैन सी द एरर राइट हियर. रेड अंडरलाइन आया और यहाँ पे साफ साफ बोल दिया कि कांस्टेंट में आप ओवरराइट नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है, क्लियर है? कांस्टेंट अगर आप कहीं भी यूज करते हो किसी भी चीज की वैल्यू के लिए तो आप उसमें ओवरराइट नहीं कर सकते, राइट? ओके गाइस, इफ यू आर क्लियर विथ इट, सो एक और कीवर्ड है, ये कांस्टेंट ये सब कीवर्ड है बाय द वे. और एक कीवर्ड है फाइनल. फाइनल में भी आप नहीं कर सकते ओवरराइट. ठीक है, आगे बढ़े. यहाँ तक कूल है, एकदम सब मजा आ रहा है. तो हम लोग आगे बढ़ जाते हैं फटाक से. इसके बाद हम लोग कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट पे जाएंगे. ठीक है, ओके गाइस, लेट्स मूव फर्दर. तो अगर आप लोग को पता है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का यूनिट कैसा वो लोग करते हैं, अगर आपने इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का बिल भरा होगा तो पता होगा कि अगर आपका एक वैल्यू के अंदर है तो आपका 1 पॉइंट लगेगा पर यूनिट, इतना रुपीस लगेगा. अगर आपका उस वैल्यू के बाहर चला गया, उतने यूनिट्स के बाहर चला गया तो पर यूनिट इतना कॉस्ट लगेगा. चलिए हम उसका प्रोग्राम लिखते हैं. ठीक है, ओके. सपोज मैं लिखता हूँ इन, ठीक है, इन मेरा जो बिल है वो 500. ठीक है, इतना कम तो किसी के घर नहीं आता. ठीक है, 1500 का. ठीक है, मेरा 1500 लाइट बिल है. अब मैं क्या बोलता हूँ प्रोग्राम को कि अगर अगर मेरा बिल, ठीक है, मैंने डिफाइन किया था बिल, बिल अगर मेरा कम है 2000 से, ठीक है, तो आप प्रिंट करो per unit cost, right? So per unit cost, cost will be सपोज या तो मे बी इट्स 1 रुपी और 2 रुपी, ठीक है, आपका अगर कितना यूनिट क्या है उसके ऊपर रहता है, तो सपोज रफली आई एम टेकिंग इट 10, सपोज 200 150 यूनिट्स आपने कंज्यूम किया और एल्स प्रिंट, देखिए इतना अच्छा भी नहीं है एग्जांपल, लेकिन आपको समझाने के लिए पर यूनिट कॉस्ट, कॉस्ट विल बी 20, राइट। और हाँ, एक चीज याद रखना, सेमी कॉलन मत बोलना एट एनी कॉस्ट। मैं पहले बोल रहा हूँ ये सी स्टाइल्ड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज है, ये सारे शब्द याद रखो क्योंकि कंफ्यूजन नहीं होगा, ठीक है। चलो ये कोड लिखा आप लोगों ने, जल्दी जल्दी हाँ बोलो, फिर हम लोग आगे बढ़ जाएंगे। ओके ओके, तो अभी क्या प्रिंट करेगा ये? हाँ मैं रुका हूँ दीपेश, डोंट वरी। हाँ, पर यूनिट कॉस्ट विल बी 10। वाई? बिकॉज मेरा जो बिल का वैल्यू है वो कम है। बाय द वे अगर ये नहीं पता तो मैं पहले ये बता देता हूँ, इसको बोलते हैं ऑपरेटर्स। अगर मैं मेरे स्लाइड्स पे जाता हूँ तो वी हैव डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ ऑपरेटर्स, एरिथमेटिक, ठीक है। अगर मेरा स्क्रीन दिख रहा होगा, एक सेकेंड। थैंक यू नंदिनी, थैंक यू पार, थैंक यू उमंग, थैंक यू प्रशांत। ओके, सो अगर मेरा स्क्रीन दिख रहा होगा अभी तो आप देख सकते हो कि डिफरेंट टाइप्स के ऑपरेटर होते हैं, ठीक है। वी हैव एरिथमेटिक ऑपरेटर्स जिसमें होता है प्लस माइनस मल्टीप्लिकेशन डिवीजन ये सब, और उसके बाद वी हैव असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर्स, ठीक है। असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर्स किसको कौन से ऑपरेटर के लिए होता है, जल्दी जल्दी बताओ। No, we can't use Anshu, we can't use printf, I guess, in that. Okay. And then we have assignment operator, then relational operators, and then logical and or. So अगर आपने 11th-12th में पढ़ा रहेगा गेट्स तो आप इजिली रिलेट कर पाओगे। फिर उसके बाद बिटवाइज ऑपरेटर है, लेफ्ट शिफ्ट, बिटवाइज राइट शिफ्ट, बिटवाइज एंड, बिटवाइज और। देन वी हैव कंडीशनल ऑपरेटर, राइट। रिलेशनल ऑपरेटर्स हम लोग ने अभी यूज किया, ग्रेटर देन, स्मॉलर देन, ओके। And then we have is equal to say that it is equal to, right। तो मैं अभी भी बोल रहा हूँ आपको सिर्फ कंफर्टेबल होना है सो फार, फिर हम लोग इतना भी डेप्थ में नहीं जाएंगे। इतना क्लियर है? अगर क्लियर है तो हम आगे बढ़ जाएंगे, ठीक है। यू कैन यूज इफ एल्स लैडर, ये सिर्फ मैंने एक बेसिक बताया है, ओके। और एक मेरा क्वेश्चन आता है यहाँ, ठीक है, टू असाइन वैल्यू टू वेरिएबल्स, यस 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 अभिषेक, ओके नंदिनी। अभी यहाँ पे एक मैं क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ, व्हाट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इन एनी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज? वो हर प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, क्या है वो? जल्दी बताओ, फटाफट बताओ तो हम लोग खत्म करेंगे फटाफट। जल्दी बताओ गाइस, फिर आगे बढ़ जाएंगे। नहीं नहीं, सिंटेक्स तो जरूरी है भाई, हर प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज का अलग सिंटेक्स होता है, लेकिन ये चीज कॉमन है लगभग सब में, बस थोड़ा अलग तरीके से लिखा जाता है, वो तो हर चीज। ओके, सो द मोस्ट important thing in if you guys are as a developer you might ignore it for most of the time, the most important thing is comments, okay। So in any programming language comments are very much useful, and they are they can save your code, because if you want to debug your code after you know a long time, and if you don't know why you have written that for loop or if else condition, so what comments can do, comments are used to document your code. So like we can write here bill amount is yeah 1500, right? So basically this is a comment, right? We use using this hash escape character, whatever you want to say you can say, okay? So basically comments, this is a single line comment which we can use, the comments are very much safe as in C programming language, okay। And if you want to write a multi-line comment, or you want to write the heading of your code, or you want to just document your code, what it does, you can use multi-line comment, and you can write in between anything you want. Like just like I want to write bill generation, or bill generation, anything you want to write, bill generation or electricity bill generation, and then just you can write here in this line as well anything you want, and then next line, and the program will know that this is a command, and it will ignore it while executing. And in that sense you can, make your code more informative, right? So we have covered the comment as well, and now we are going to use loops. Okay, so I'm just touching everything so that we won't be wasting much of our time in, just because there are switch cases as well which we can cover later. But the basic thing is we won't be using much switch cases, so I won't be touching on it, right? Okay, guys, should we move further? Should we move to loops? Okay, I guess that's a yes or a no. I'm not getting it. So let's move to the loops. Okay, thank you, guys. So, what are the different types of loops that we have studied here, earlier? We have for loop, we have while loop, and we have do while loop, right? Yes. So, in for loop, the syntax of for loop remains same. That is for, and then you have initialization, you have condition, right? And then you have, oh my god, यहाँ कॉमा नहीं आएगा, यहाँ पे सेमी कॉलन आएगा, and you have condition, and then you need to increment the value. ठीक है, increment in any steps you want, right? So basically अब हमारा फॉर लूप रेडी है, तो अगर हम फॉर लूप यूज करना चाहेंगे तो कर सकते हैं। जैसे फॉर, अगर मुझे 10 नंबर प्रिंट करना है स्क्रीन पे, तो मैं क्या करूंगा, इंट, मैंने बताया था किसी भी वेरिएबल को अगर आपको स्टार्ट करना है तो आपको डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा उसका डेटा टाइप। तो इंट आई मेरा वेरिएबल है, आई को 0 से इनिशियलाइज करेंगे, आई इज लेस देन और इक्वल टू 10, एंड देन आई प्लस प्लस, और फिर उसके बाद हो गया हमारा प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट आएगा, और मैं प्रिंट क्या करूंगा, आई, राइट? तो हो गया। अब मैं अगर इसको रन करूंगा तो मुझे 1 to 10 नंबर्स मिल जाएंगे। इजी, देख रहे हो डार्ट कितना आसान है। अगर आपको सी आता है, आपको पाइथन आता है, तो आपको बिल्कुल भी टेंशन नहीं लेना, राइट? ओके गाइस, हमारा फॉर लूप हो गया। अगर यही मुझे वाइल लूप में करना रहता तो चलो आगे बढ़ते, वाइल लूप देखते, राइट? तो वाइल लूप में क्या होता है, वाइल लूप में आपका ना तो इनिशियलाइजेशन होता है ना कंडीशन होता है आपका, हाँ कंडीशन होता है, सॉरी, इंक्रीमेंट ये सब आप लूप के अंदर कर सकते हो, लेकिन आप इसमें कंडीशन में नहीं डालते। यहाँ पे सिर्फ देखो, वाइल लूप और फॉर लूप में मैं बता देता हूँ कमेंट करके। यहाँ पे अगर मैं एक और सिंगल लाइन कमेंट डालूँ तो वाइल लूप में वी हैव ओनली कंडीशन, राइट? यहाँ पे सिर्फ कंडीशन आता है। आपको अगर वेरिएबल इनिशियलाइज करना है तो वेरिएबल ऊपर इनिशियलाइज करो, ठीक है? वहां पे सिर्फ इसके अंदर आपको कंडीशन चाहिए, राइट? क्लियर है while loop? Guys, if we are clear with while loop, we can move ahead, right? If you are clear, or I can take another example, the same example. Okay, let's take the same example, right? So I'm initializing I as 0, okay, and then I'm writing a while loop, so that while I is less than or equal to 10, okay, and then inside the curly braces I'm telling it to print I. And one thing is missing over here is the incrementation of the value of I, because if I'm telling it to print I, that if it will check that 0 is less than 10, and it will print I, and after that it will always take the value as 0, and it will run infinite number of times. So to avoid that, we don't want our code to I is equal to I plus 1 to run infinite number of times. We will increment the every time the loops execute this expression, we will increment the value by 1. Okay, so okay, as you can see, we have the same output. Okay, is this clear, guys? While loop. Okay, so and there's another loop known as do while. So basically, what do while does is do while always execute the first part. The first iteration it does, and after that it checks the value. Okay, 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 guys. So if we are done with condition, we are done with loops. We can move further. So just tell me in the chat box that we are done with while and for loop. I can assure you that most of the time we will be using while and for loop. So don't worry, we will share everything with you guys, right? So that okay, okay, guys, thank you. So we can move further, and now we have something called as functional programming. So basically, there's a lot of thing to be covered in functional programming, but I will just cover a simple. If you have written any functions in C or Java or Python, you might know that if you have to declare the function and then call the function and then use it, right? So similarly, just like in Java or Python, we will declare the our function in Dart. We will then call our function and then print the value, right? So before initializing the function, defining our function, we will just define the data type that the function should return. And if the function is not returning anything, we will say it to be return void. Okay, because nothing we are returning from our function. So if I am returning int, that is the data type to be returned. Okay, the name of the function suppose is sum, and then we have the okay. So here comes the two parameters or arguments you can say that we are passing to the function, that is int a and integer b. The data types integer a and b, and then our function body. And inside this body, as you can see, there's an error that I have not. The body might be completely normal because null to be written. Okay, so I have not written anything yet. That's why it is saying that the body can be empty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to return a plus b, right? And semi, right? And I'm going to return a plus b. So now I have to define a and b, right? In its simplest form, I'm taking the most simple example of a and b. So a is equal to suppose 10, and then int b is equal to 20, and then after a and b, after a and b, I'm gonna call my function like print sum a comma b. Okay, okay, right. So it will call the sum function and pass it the parameters a and b with integer value, and then print the value, right? Let us see if it works or not, or maybe we can get an error. Okay, so it works perfectly with the sum value as 30. You can use the conditional, the loops that we have discussed earlier in this, right? Okay, so we are done with the function and with the basic example. If you want to use loops, देखो ऐसा रहता है ना कि आपका ओके आपका ये solely responsible रहता है डिपेंडिंग ऑन द टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस दैट यू आर सॉल्विंग कि आपको क्या यूज करना है, अंदर कंडीशनल यूज करना है कि लूप्स यूज करना है, राइट? कि क्या रिटर्न टाइप है, सपोज रिटर्न टाइप लिस्ट होता तो राइट, तो ड्यू टू टाइम कॉन्स्टेंट आई एम जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग यू द बेसिक्स, और हम लोग नेक्स्ट टाइम फिर इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे अच्छे से. ओके, ओके गाइस, थैंक यू. ओके guys, should I start with
Uh,
classes and objects, and we
yeah,
will wind up in 10
like,
minutes.
हाँ, अगर
Why?
if you guys want to continue we can, अगर चाहिए
Yes,
तो
yes.
हम लोग अभी ओप्स के जो कंसेप्ट है क्लासेस कैसे करना है वो कवर
हाँ.
कर लेते
ओ,
हैं. एंड इफ यू गाइस फील लाइक कि
हाँ.
आज के लिए इतना काफी है तो वी कैन हैव ओप्स
हाँ,
एंड
अगर तो
अदर
नेक्स्ट
थिंग
नहीं,
शेड्यूल्ड विद द नेक्स्ट सेशन. तो फिर हम लोग
नेक्स्ट
नेक्स्ट
सेशन,
सेशन में
या श्योर.
ओप्स देख लेंगे प्लस फ्लटर का इंस्टॉलेशन एंड सेटअप देख लेंगे.
हाँ
Whichever thing you feel
guys,
comfortable, we
feel
will do it
comfortable.
that
Yes
way.
guys,
Huh.
yes, yes, because it's already 1.5 hours and we are half away to that. So guys, let me just conclude if you want. Like just put it in the chat
हाँ,
box that we want. I can see a lot of
बस
participants
लाइक
are leaving that.
लीव मत कर देना, लीव मत कर देना।
हाँ
अगर चाहिए यहाँ पे एंड हो तो बस लिख दो कि
हाँ.
कंटिन्यू इन नेक्स्ट सेशन।
Continue. Yeah, next session. Okay, thank you, Ujjwal. I got you. Because it's really difficult to concentrate for for 1.5 hour, and you guys did your best. So next session, yeah. Thank you, guys. I really needed a break. Thank you. So the
हाँ
surprise
तो
part,
यस,
uh,
हाँ, अनाउंसमेंट जो है
yes, yes,
ऋषभ आप कंटिन्यू।
yes, guys. मैं 5 मिनट में खत्म कर देता हूँ. लाइक फटाफटा, और लास्ट में थोड़ा मस्ती भी है, तो प्लीज बुरा मत मानना कुछ, ठीक है? ओके, द कंट्रीब्यूशन टू डेव लाइब्रेरी, अगर आपने कभी ओपन सोर्स में कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं किया है तो दिस इज द परफेक्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी। अगर कंट्रीब्यूट करना है आपका फ्लटर प्रोजेक्ट ओपन सोर्स, या तो आप सपोज देखो हर कोई डेवलपर नहीं बनता, नहीं मतलब बन सकता है, मैं मना नहीं कर रहा हूँ लेकिन अगर आपको लाइक नहीं आ रहा, या तो आपका प्रोजेक्ट रेडी नहीं है, तो आप आर्टिकल लिख सकते हो, आपको ये भी अपॉर्चुनिटी है। आप या तो ब्लॉग लिखिए, या तो आप एक प्रोजेक्ट बनाइए ओपन सोर्स, और उसके बाद आप डेव लाइब्रेरी पे उसको जाके सबमिट कर दीजिए, ठीक है? और आपका जो टाइम है सबमिशन का, वो है 14 फेब से लेके March 30 इज द लास्ट डेट। सो गाइस, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू, मैं आपको सब सिखाऊंगा। अगर आपको अच्छे से समझ में आता है तो आप डेव लाइब्रेरी पे सबमिशन कीजिए। आप चाहिए तो इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है कि आपके सबमिशन में जीडीएससी और टीसीटी का नाम होना चाहिए, ठीक है? कमेंट्स में लाइक उनको समझ में आना चाहिए कौन से चैप्टर से सबमिशन आया है, राइट? बिकॉज ऑल ओवर इंडिया बहुत सारे चैप्टर्स है, तो इट्स रियली कंफ्यूजिंग टू हैंडल दैट। अगर आपका प्रोजेक्ट या तो आपका ये सिलेक्ट हो जाता है आर्टिकल, तो आपको स्वैक्स मिलेगा, और बहुत कूल स्वैक्स मिलता है। और उसके बाद आपको टॉप कंट्रीब्यूटर का प्राइज भी मिलेगा, राइट? सो एक्साइटेड? यस और नो लिखो फटाफट फटाफट, मैं वाइंड अप कर रहा हूँ। जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी, यस लिखो, नो लिखो, नहीं पता लिखो। यस, ओके ओके, सही है। यस यस गाइस, देखो स्वैग्स मिलेगा तो प्लीज, अगर आपको एप्लीकेशन नहीं जमता तो आप आर्टिकल भी दे सकते हो लिख के, कोई भी टॉपिक जिससे कोई भी टॉपिक। आई डोंट गेस कि कोई टॉपिक पे ऐसा प्रॉब्लम होगा। आप कुछ भी मतलब कुछ भी तो मत लिखना कुछ सेंसिबल लिख के देना जिससे लगे कि हाँ आपने मेहनत की है, राइट? ओके गाइस, फटाफट फटाफट नेक्स्ट। हमको देखो स्वैग्स ले लेना, मैं तो यही बोलूंगा, स्वैग्स मिस आउट मत करो यार, राइट? ओके ओके गाइस, एंड
एंड
हियर
गाइज,
कम्स द कोड।
अगर आप कहीं पे भी अटक जाते हो, इफ यू फील कि तुम लोग को ये चीजें नहीं पता है, मे बी कैसे होगा वो भी नहीं पता है, रिलेटेड टू एनी प्रोजेक्ट और एनीथिंग यू आर डूइंग, दैट इज इवन आउटसाइड फ्लटर। अगर आप समझो कुछ वेबसाइट बना रहे हो, वहां पे कुछ इश्यू है, या IML का कुछ कर रहे हो, वहां पे कुछ सीखना है, कुछ कोर्सेज देखने हैं, आप CP वगैरह कर रहे हो, उसमें कहीं पे आप अटक रहे हो, जस्ट फील फ्री। आपके पास ग्रुप तो ही, व्हाट्सएप का ग्रुप है, डिस्कॉर्ड का ग्रुप है, कहीं पे भी पोस्ट करो, whomsoever will be
हाँ
available, and जिनको पता रहेगा वो आपको आंसर कर सकते हैं। इट इज ऑल अबाउट कम्युनिटी। इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि हम लोगों को आंसर पता ही होगा। ऐसा भी होगा कि आप कुछ ऐसा प्रॉब्लम होगा जिसका आंसर हमें ना पता हो, बट मे बी समवन एल्स फ्रॉम आवर कॉलेज माइट नो द आंसर। सो फील फ्री, बी ओपन। कोई जो भी क्वेश्चन रहेगा, बी ओपन, बी फेयर अबाउट इट, कि हम लोग को ये नहीं पता है और आप पूछ सकते हो।
गाइस, आप जितना कम्युनिटी से इंटरेक्ट करोगे आपको सीखने मिलेगा उतना। हेलो हितांश।
या एंड रोटिंग।
ओके गाइस, आप प्लीज, अगर आपको हितांश ने जैसा बोला कहीं भी इशू आता है तो आप प्लीज वे पॉसिबल, राइट? हमसे। Okay, okay, guys. So here comes the quote of the day, that anything you love is worth fighting for. If you want to develop something different, fight for it. Just go and grab it. Don't miss out the opportunity. And that's a spoiler. It's okay. Okay, so don't miss out the opportunity. And after this session, I hope you guys are like बहुत तेज हो गए, हाँ? यार आपने पूरा। ओके, नेक्स्ट सेशन का हम लोग अपडेट दे देंगे, व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप का लिंक भेज देंगे, आप उसकी चिंता
ओके,
मत कीजिए। एफई वाले प्लीज हम लोग आप लोग चाहिए तो हमसे कांटेक्ट कीजिए, हम लेट कर देना एफई में।
अगर आपके
ठीक है।
पास व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप नहीं है
ओके
ना, तो
गाइस।
आपके क्लास का जो सीआर रहेंगे ना, उनसे बात कीजिए, वो आपको
हम्म।
ग्रुप का लिंक प्रोवाइड कर देंगे। एफई के सारे
हम्म।
सीआर्स के साथ है हमारा ग्रुप, तो आप उनसे पूछ सकते हैं, तो उनसे भी आपको व्हाट्सएप
हम्म।
का ग्रुप मिल जाएगा।
ओके। ओके गाइस, अगर आप बहुत तेज हो गए हो तो लेट्स वाइंड अप दिस सेशन। ओके। एंड बस यार, मैं इतना ही, बस इतना ही होएगा मेरे से। हो गया। अब आप जा सकते हो, लाइक फाइनली जा सकते हो। ठीक है।
ओके, होप यू गाइस
ओके।
एंजॉयड, हैव अ ग्रेट नाइट।
अगर आपने एंजॉय किया है तो प्लीज कमेंट्स में डाल दीजिए कि हाँ हमने एंजॉय किया। लाइक मैं नेक्स्ट
आग
टाइम और मीम्स
लगाते जाइए
डालूंगा, नहीं तो
कमेंट।
फिर जस्ट वही मैं बोलूंगा, आप सुनोगे। भाई, भाई जूनियर बहुत अच्छे यार अपने। ओके गाइस, होप यू एंजॉयड द शो। ओके। हाँ, कमेंट में आग लगा दीजिए, मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगना चाहिए आई हैव अचीव समथिंग टुडे। गाइस मैं ऋषभ हूँ, मैं
ऋषभ को
सिखा
रात
रहा हूँ
को
यार।
अच्छी नींद आनी चाहिए।
सही है, एंजॉयड यार, थैंक यू। ओके उमंग, थैंक यू उमंग, आई एम हम्बल ब्रो। गाइस मिलना यार, तुम लोग ऑफलाइन में मिलो। बाय,
यार
बाय
आ
बाय,
रहा है क्या,
थैंक
मत
यू, सी
छोड़ो, ऐसा मत
यू।
करो।
ऑफलाइन में मिलो, फ्लटर बताऊंगा। ओके गाइस, चलो। आग लगा दिया तुम लोग ने यार चैट बॉक्स में, मजा आ गया। मजा आ गया, तुम लोग ने सच्ची में आग लगा दिया। और मीम्स डालो, थैंक यू। फीडबैक हम लोग लेंगे और मीम्स डालेंगे नेक्स्ट टाइम। ओके।
अच्छा, मेल भी
ओके
आता है
गाइस।
फीडबैक का,
और
वो भी भर देना। दैट इज, वो फीडबैक
हाँ
गूगल को जाता है, तो लाइक हाँ।
हाँ, उसमें आग लगा दो। ओके गाइस।
ठीक है,
हाँ,
चलो।
फीडबैक में आग लगा दो, ऐसा मतलब लगना चाहिए बाकी डिपार्टमेंट को। ओके गाइस, मजा आ गया।
बाय
थैंक यू।
बाय।
थैंक यू गाइस। बाय बाय।